Oops. Sorry, guys, I forgot to adjust my shirt before this. Hold up, let me get my collar down. Sorry about that. I would have started this sooner, guys, but I got caught up in a conversation in Messenger. But we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Let me make sure the volume is good and let's talk about our topic. And I think this kind of shows the body dysmorphia that we see in the online fitness world because, if you were to look at those things of Dwayne Johnson, right, and then you were compared to the standards everyone has on the internet and Instagram and influencers. Oh, he's fat. He's out of shape. He's got man titties. He don't even lift, right? Yet at the time, the late 90s, and even later, women drooled over it. Okay. Now, granted, the guy's got one heck of a strong jawline and he was famous. But the fact of the matter is, you go look at a lot of these pro wrestlers, pro athletes, look at their physiques, that tons of women are like, wow, they're super hot, super sexy. And then compare them to what these standards the internet has is. All these guys who have this idea that people are going to be shredded and stay there is delusional. It's delusional. And I don't think people understand how hard it is. And so you take someone like Athlete Next, who pointed out, he pretty much, for business, he stays really shredded year round. He said that years and years ago, but look how strict his diet is. Look how tiny he stays trying to pull it off. Okay, so I think people need a context for the fact that these guys who are getting shredded, they're not staying that way. Your influencer who you follow, the odds that they're sitting at 8 or 9% body fat all the time is very low. There's a reason most YouTubers, most Instagram guys use a lot of Photoshop. You don't see them shirtless every single week year round because they can't sustain that physique. And I think people would be really shocked. Like those of you who follow them and who follow this stuff, you'd be shocked what they look like. It's not that they're not even that lean. They can't stay that sharp. Again, a lot of the guys who you were thinking of with phenomenal physiques, a ton of them, you see them certain times a day after they've eaten too much. They've eaten certain things. They've had extra salt that day. They had, whatever happened. And all of a sudden they got big puffy nipples. They got a little bit of a gut. They got love handles. And you're like, well, this is a guy who's lean. And that's sometimes how they look, even if they do have abs the day before or 3 days before, like deep abs. Okay, this stuff disappears. It fades. People don't understand how much they are being sold an illusion. And I'm not telling people not to get lean. I'm continuing to get leaner. I'm actually at a pretty reasonable body fat and still chiseling down. But I think we need a context for the delusion that people sell you. And the problem is looking at, is it even really giving you what you want? Like tons of guys are doing this because they think women are gonna like it. And women do care about your body. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not one of these guys these days who is telling you, oh, women don't care if you have a six pack in any way, or they don't care about your arms or your calves. No, they do care. And I mean, having a good physique is a flex. In today's society, with obesity and everyone being unfit, having a good body is a flex. Okay, it is a flex in the business world. It's a flex in society. It can absolutely affect your income. It will affect your dating options. Right? It can affect your ability to close sales in certain business. I mean, it matters. Okay, it is a flex. But what's being sold to people as sustainable isn't in this industry. And they're not understanding you don't have to be there. Like I can tell you right now, on average, most even attractive women don't want you to be striated. They don't want to see 57 veins running across your chest striations. That's not what they're into. Do they like a decent set of abs? In fact, I'm going to go so far as to say is once you go beyond the point to where you have a visible six pack, going any leaner is probably going to give you zero benefit with attracting a woman. Just statistically speaking, not saying there aren't a tiny minority who love the shredded look, but what I'm saying is there's statistical outliers. Like if you were simply lean enough to have abs at all, even the top 4, you're already fit enough in terms of your body fat that if you're trying to doing it purely for the purpose of maybe a woman catching their attention and saying, that guy looks good shirtless or whatever, you're already there. You got that, right? You already got that. That's it. You're there. Okay. So this is the point I'm making with this. But go over and look at Dwayne Johnson, the way he looked then. He was a sex icon, dude. Women adored him. Like they were like, you're so super hot. His body is amazing. But by the standards the internet puts out that these guys try to tell you that you need to reach, he was nowhere near as lean as they're telling you that you have to get, and it's just not necessary. Thoughts on betas at the gym warming up at 15. Why are we calling them betas? Like, are we really going to use this terminology? 15 different exercises just to get into a crappy set of bench. These fake. Yeah, I don't know why people do that much warming up. Do you know how I warm up for a 315 bench? I do the empty bar. Yep. I do the empty bar for 5 to 10 reps, whatever feels good. Just want to get the shoulders loose. I usually do 135 for 1 rep. I do 225 for 1 rep, and then I throw 315 on. Every top set you guys ever see me do, whether it's been 3 reps, 5 reps, 8 reps, or the 315, that's how I warm up. Even when sometimes I'll do the 325 or more per reps, that's my warm up, guys. That's it. That's all you need. Same thing with my squatting. I don't do a lot of warm up for a 500 squat. It's been usually it'll be 225 for a rep or 2, 315 for a rep, maybe 405 for a rep. And then depending on how I'm feeling, if I need like a 450, 460 before the 500, I might do that. And I'm 48, guys. I'm old. I don't get hurt doing that. People get a little ridiculous with it. All right. The majority of the Rock's Physique fans are actually his male audience, and there's truth to that, Ruben. But again, that's kind of what I'm pointing out. Guys have this weird idea of how shredded, and I'm not telling you not to get lean. Let me again be clear. I'm still dieting leaner. Okay. But it's for business purposes. I don't have to get a single drop leaner for girls. It's simply not necessary. It's simply not necessary. But that's my point. Look at how he looked. Dude was nice, thick, meaty dude. A lot of muscle, good, strong jawline. That jawline's going to go probably further than the deeper abs for you. Hate to tell you guys the reality of it, man. You can't have a jaw like Andrew Tate and not going to work. All right. Jamie, yeah, just want to warm up with the task at hand. I see so many brainless idiots on there doing. Yeah, and it's Jamie, you are right. And I don't think we necessarily need to insult them. I think they just don't know any better. I mean, Jamie, people don't know what they don't know. They simply don't know any better. And so therefore, we educate them. We don't have to call somebody an idiot because they're warming up excessively. We say, hey, dude, you're wasting your time. There's no need for all that. Choco, Roland, I don't really care. I mean, you guys say this stuff, but you sound, any guy who starts banging on about height, I just assume is a virgin. Let's just, come on, guys. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Then again, not short, I wouldn't really know firsthand, but it seemed like the guys who are insecure about their height are the only guys who have the problem. So their insecurity is the issue, not their height. Just been my observation as someone watching. Jason, what's your dream piece of gym equipment you'll probably never actually buy? Probably the full dumbbell rack. Like a full dumbbell rack with dumbbells up to like 120s, 140s or something, where they're all flat base and so they're non-adjustable and you just grab them down the road. That'd probably be a dream piece of equipment that I'll never have. They get into like $12,000, $15,000 for those. And they take a lot of space. Hey, Roland, wait, you said height is the number one? No, it really, Jesus Christ, dude. I've never heard that nonsense before. I've never even heard women say that. Do you not know any women? I don't think you actually know any women. Did you know Dwayne Pease? No, I didn't. Thoughts on, I don't know the popcorn trick. Wait, no, I didn't say that at all, Choco. Yeah, it'd be nice, but absurdly expensive. Can you maintain gains or get stronger as a non-beginning lifter Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only? Yeah, sure. Yeah, Ruben, I've never. Well, why are you guys using dating apps? I mean, I can already tell you now, if you're resorting to dating apps, you're not doing too well, dude. You're probably in trouble if that's what you're resorting to. So why does anybody care about dating apps? Like that's not even the best way to get laid. So you're already bottom of the bucket if you're going to the dating app. It's mostly dudes on there. So who cares? Like, why do you care about dating apps? Also, so by 6 foot, you mean 5'9", because all the guys add 3 inches to their height. Justin, I've never used them. No, I didn't see Devin. I didn't see his total at all. That's crazy though. I need to go check that out. That's freaking legit. A 2,300 raw total in the 220 is absolutely mind blowing. If you only have time for lifting or cardio, which would be better for health, it's lifting, and it's overwhelming. For every single by every single health metric you could look at, lifting wins. And that's not my opinion. This is meta-analysis, even heart health. Meta-analysis on heart health showed that lifting, if you only do lifting or cardio, lifting is like 3% better, just for heart health alone. Yeah, Justin, I actually don't need your advice on getting women, by the way. I really don't. Like the fact that you're telling me to use a dating app tells me that you're not exactly doing too well with the ladies. All right. Tips for reaching a 315 bench, gain muscle. Get bigger chest and triceps. Do it for an extremely long period of time. Do some pause. Well, you need to lift weights, John. I've done videos on getting to a 315 bench, detailed videos, by the way. Well, Jim, he might be. I mean, but I thought we kind of realized he was. I mean, him and Strap-on have their own little thing. Hey, John, well, then check specifically for 315 bench in the longer videos. I have multiple videos with it in the title, how to get to a 315 bench. Would you static hold Julius's 800 pound? I wouldn't be able to. I had a 315 bench in 1 year on your novice program, 5'11", 230. It wasn't hard. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Have you ever tried the dead bench before? You talking about dead stop benching? Yeah, I've done them on camera. You guys have seen me benching a 300 on dead pin benching. Okay. All right, let's get rid of this nonsense. All right. So, sorry, I'm not going to argue with you dumbasses about dating apps. I have better things to do with my time. Coach, thoughts on the Spoto? A Spoto, Larson? That seems a little combining multiple assistance exercises. I'm not a big fan of Spoto presses. Here's what I would say. The Spoto press was really popular when he broke the world records, and when other people broke his world records, they realized it wasn't the trick for breaking the world records. Not that it's a bad approach. Why are you guys going on and on about nobody cares about short dudes? Why am I'm not here catering to 20% of the population, guys. I'm just simply stating the facts in terms of the body fat and how ripped the internet is telling you need to be attractive to women. That's the whole topic. If you guys are going to go on and on about your insecurity about your height, I don't know what to tell you. This is not a good channel for insecure people. I'm just not going to validate it. All right. I also just benched 2 sets. If you're a shorter dude, then walk around like you got a 10-inch dick and just be confident. Problem solved. I was also benching 275 in high school at around the same body weight. Yeah, so you were already killing it. You just got good bench genetics. Nick Wright was all about the Spoto press, and I mean, I'm not saying the Spoto press is a bad movement. Max Ucita is weak for someone. Yeah, he's the dude is weak in general. Or calves your best insert. My calves are definitely a genetic strong point. I don't even know what you're talking about, Jamie. Could you put all that in English, please? Okay. I'm obviously bigger than Alexander Leonidas. Considering I'm 217 pounds and 6 inches taller than him, I mean, objectively speaking, I would have to be bigger than him. I outweigh him by what, 40, 50 pounds, and I'm 6 inches taller. I mean, objectively, I am bigger than him, yes. Jamie, WTF is that nonsense? Exactly, dude. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what a Spanish squat is, as opposed to what, an English squat? So do I need to look up squat in Spanish? Is that what we're trying to do? Coach, you know, Jeff's side is 5'9". I've met him in person. He's the same height as me. All right. Well, Alex has 17 arms, is over 25, not that small. I'm just giving you the numbers, dude. Spanish squats, right? Do you do Martin presses, right? What are you guys on it about? Guys, it's just nothing about me or anyone else being a ladies' man. I'm simply stating stuff to help you guys with your own body dysmorphia that has been created by this industry and its silliness. Right? How tall? I think he's probably like 5'4" or so, 5'3". There's no way he's 5'6". But keep in mind, look at claimed heights and assume, like, again, I have been to events. Every guy who claims to be 6 foot is the same height as me at 5'9". So if he claims whatever, if he claims he's 5'6", he's 5'3", or he's 5'4". That's just how it works. Opinions on strap-on Destiny shilling heavy pistol squat, saying they're objectively not as good as back squats. Long story, man, and I really don't care to explain all of it. There's a long history of originally doing with Cybation, paying an original hate campaign that got spread, developed through believers, and so on and so forth. Had I never spoken out against supplements, I wouldn't have that problem. Why does AD wear sunglasses when he lifts indoors? I don't know. I don't know. Why does he jerk off to anime? Hey, Ruben, I don't know how to help you guys with the short thing. Like, again, probably the wrong channel to come for that nonsense. I don't know how to help you then. Quit being insecure about your height. And what the fuck is a short king? So I'm trying not to cuss in these. What? Like, what are you guys on about? So, Choco, I'm absolutely positive. Like when they're eyeball to eyeball, pretty much the same. All right. I remember when Alex said he was from the ghetto in Montreal and got exposed for living in the suburbs, right? He's not about that life. In the ghetto. Some suburbs can be ghetto, though. Come roll through H-Town, and you'll definitely find some suburbs that are ghetto. All right. What's the minimum amount of sleep you'd recommend? 8 hours. The ghetto of Montreal. I don't have a reference for that. Is Montreal like? I mean, nobody's strapped. It can't be that dangerous. Like, dude, if no one has an AK in your ghetto, I'm not really that worried about it, to be honest. It's really not that bad, dude. you know, right? If nobody's moving any bricks and has AKs, it's not really that serious. I had a job at one time though, where our shop was located in the edge of the Fifth Ward before they moved it. And dude, that was rough. Like we go out to eat for lunch because it's like it was over on like Lockwood at the edge of the Fifth Ward, and they eventually moved it to a better area, but it was just because of the industrial stuff at that edge. And yeah, you get over there and it's like, I don't know if I want to go eat on this street because it's like you look at all the boarded up windows on one side is red chat and the other is all, or it's like in red graffiti. And then the other side of the street is blue graffiti. It's like, man, I don't know if I really want to get caught in the middle of this street. Just saying. Um, Danny boy, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. To avoid TRT because you don't want people to think you're a cheat in the gym is literally the most ludicrous, stupid thing I have ever heard of. Okay. Do you count your calories loosely? Yeah. Big boy from the strength coach. I thought he was legit too. Pretends to be a bad dude from the Psalms, but he's from San Clo. Oh my God. I thought he was too. Then I found out a lot of that also, man. I'm saw a big old Orange County tattoo across his back. It's called the Strength Cartel. Like I'm thinking, he's connected, dude. I'm thinking he's affiliated. And then it turns out he's not. Like, dude, I thought he like ran with some bad vatos, and I shouldn't be like picking a fight. And then I found out it is all a front, right? Like, man, I'm not trying to get. There's certain types of smoke I'm really not trying to get. In the matter of having common sense, not a matter of being scared. It's just not being stupid, But then I found out these guys are all fakes. All of them. All of them. They're all fakes. It's like that, what's his name, Wes Watson, that he doesn't even carry a gun. Like, why would you be scared of someone who doesn't even carry a gun ever? Ever, for any reason? Jesus Christ. Jason, were the wings tasty? What wings? Yeah, I definitely don't understand the concept of ever being scared of someone who's not strapped, ever, for any reason. I just don't care. Running conjugate doing 3 week waves, so every 7th week. Training max to test it where I'm at. Thoughts on backing off of week 6 to prepare for a max. Why don't you base those on your previous testers? So if you're going to run conjugate rotating max effort work, you have testers to know when you're ready to PR on your big lift. You already know what your big lift is going to be before you hit it. Coach, thoughts on Dwayne Johnson training with Joe Rogan in your home state? Okay. I don't know if Joe Fazer is natural. Should we avoid all foods that contain glycates? I really don't sit around worrying about glycates a whole lot. It's not super high on my list of concerns. I still don't know what wings we're talking about, TY. I haven't had any wings in a couple of weeks. Look, I'm not saying glyphosates are amazing, but I'm saying it is down the list of problems. I mean, yeah, I would say it's something to be concerned about once you've eliminated the big stuff. Like, do you drink alcohol? Well, that's a way, way bigger concern, right? Do you eat refined sugar? It's just higher up your list of concerns than any of this stuff. Okay, like worry about the big things. Oh, those are drumsticks, TY. No, dude, I've been eating them. I'm about to throw some more in the oven. I'm down to like 1 drumstick in my prep. Dude, I eat at least 2 pounds of those every day. Would you rather have a 500 raw bench or a 700? Technically, the 500 raw bench is actually slightly more impressive between the two. Yeah, no, those are drumsticks, dude. Those are drumsticks. Yeah, they're okay. They're good. It's just normal food. This is just like normal everyday stuff for me. I just eat tons of meat. Like, yeah, colloquially, it's the same thing. They're just good. They're all right. It's just, for me, that's just normal food. Why would a vasectomy? I don't think that affects testosterone. Do you like the crock pot? Usually, I don't use it that often. I do most of my stuff meat in the oven or just skillet, like a steak sometimes. I do more stuff just in my baking trays than anything else. Generally, what I do. Right? That's how we do it, bros. So it gives us these four arms of peace and prosperity. Got to show that again because natural hypertrophy over here doing his rice bucket challenge, talking about he's proud of his forearm gains, but then he wants to trash talk on me. Just kind of throwing that out there, guys. I'm not sure what he thinks he's doing. I'll just sit here for a minute so we can observe the forearms. He got a vasectomy and was talking about wanting to be a father years ago. That seems strange. I don't know why he got a vasectomy then. Is that like a Canadian thing? Aren't they like, I don't know. Call the men, we got to do vasectomy so we can't, risk being single fathers, getting knocked up by some chick. You know what I'm saying? I worry about this. I worry about a woman trying to steal my seed. Like they'll steal it, bros. They're like a succubus. Coach, I've been playing with rice and have 19-inch forms on pumped anime style. Awesome, man. I've tried. I can't touch my eyeball. Right. I tried. I can't do it, man. Doesn't work for me. I'm too much of a pussy to put the contacts in. I tried. I can't do it. So much for me being a tough guy who squats 500 pounds. Can't even put a contact in my eye. Man. Can blood pressure meds affect training and strength? Possibly. Talk to your doctor about the specific one that you're on. I mean, it might check your counterindications. Right? Can you dig it? Yeah. All right. What else we got? We got anything else? I haven't gone on them. Well, Choco, well, why are you eating blood pressure meds? Adjust your steroid stack, cut your salt back. Did you rotate the Jefferson deadlift and you were doing conjugate? The man lifted, no, dude, I'm not doing the Jefferson deadlift. What's that stupid lift, man? Seriously. Walk over and do a conventional deadlift. Rip it and rip it, bitch. No straps. It's all this. You got to wear straps for everything because that's why I'm strap on destiny, yo. I got to have straps and I got to put sleeves over every single joint on every lift I do. Like it's important because I'm double jointed. We got to be wrapped up like a mummy to lift anything. Coach, do you think these noble natty sisters will ever grow up, get some balls and stop with the anime? No, dude, they won't, unless they finally want to get laid. Like the anime, do you want to talk about a way to like all these youths worried about their height, they're worried about this other stuff. You want to dry out vaginas? Let women catch you watching cartoons. There you go. Like you want to be an incel? Let women catch you watching cartoons is like a serious thing that you do a lot of. You're like, hey, baby, I like to watch cartoons in my free time. I really look up to this Naruto. I've modeled my life after him. He's taught me how to be a fully grown boy. I really like cartoons that are made in Japan. He's some anime. I had some chicks show me Naruto once. It's the only actual anime I've seen, so it's the one I refer to. In my defense, I watched it with 2 girls. For some reason, a lot of white girls like anime. I don't know why, but they don't want dudes who like anime. It's kind of funny. But, this was over a decade ago. This was before I was even on YouTube, TY, so I don't know if it's trendy now. There's a small female audience. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love my pink and green dyed haired chicks. I got lots of friends who are like that. They're fun. No, Jefferson, it's not. We're discussing practical stuff for guys, though. You mean you saw me doing floor presses today? You saw me doing heavy benches and floor press. Come on. But I do need to help these guys out with this nonsense. All right. I need to help them out. And most of the stuff is training. We cover all sorts of stuff in the lives. Cover all sorts of stuff in the lives. And why do you care, man? If dudes do want to look good still, man, but they have a misunderstanding of what might be looking good. Yeah, I'm trying to save the incel bros here. I'm trying to do them a favor. Coach will animate me an alfalfa male like Frenchie. Rip Roy D. Mercer. Roy D. by God Mercer. I know exactly who Roy D. Mercer is. Right? You guys might enjoy that if you check it out. It used to be a radio show in Tulsa that used to prank call people with this Roy D. Mercer character. This was like 30 plus years ago. A bunch of it was still uploaded to the internet. It's hilarious. Like way back in the day. Or Bayesian curls, right? Are you a fan of the behind the back deadlifts? No. As long as you fill out the blue jeans, that is a fact, dude. And I look good in my boot cut jeans. I get compliments on my legs and my booty. Now, that's a good point. Do some heavy squatting. Get a pair of jeans that fit correctly. There you go. You want to attract women. Get a proper fitting pair of jeans. Build your squat up. Build a squat booty, some squat legs. Women will love it. All right. Women will love it. And especially, the key is the jeans fit correctly. Right? All right. But Alpha Destiny has a thick yoke. Like I get a thick yoke. It's what the women notice. Yeah, no, I do a slim boot. Believe it or not, I can get into a slim boot. They hug the quads pretty tight, but they work because then what you want, you get that taper at the knee, and then it fits great with a boot cut. So then it makes your quads look even bigger. No, I do. If I want to look good, Ruben, like if that's what I'm going for, I go get fitted jeans already. You got to try on 12 pairs. You take a woman with you, or you ask the girls who work there to make sure to check your butt for you when you go try them all on. Yeah, you're going to pay a little more. Okay, but that is what you need to do. That would be my advice. Jason has a Tom Platz legs. Yeah. Yeah. Now that we know that body part splits work, what routine would you recommend? Body part split, dude. I have clients on 3-day push-pull legs. I currently do a 5-day body part split, starting with heavy squat, bench, and deadlift on 3 of the days. Right? I like a nice power building body part split. I think it works great. because you'll get strong, you'll get jacked. Doing calf raises, yeah, dude, I do 500-pound calf raises. It's in my vlogs. Favorite, I don't have a favorite. I think there's a lot of good. I don't know that I have a favorite. I have to rotate a lot of them. But we could debate this all day long. What's the most aesthetic bodybuilder since Arnold? I don't know, maybe Frank Zane. I mean, if we're going to go a little later, maybe Bob Paris, I guess. Then once all the side enhancement got out of control, not really anybody. You know, not really anybody. Because again, you go back and look at what the lines and proportions are in classic aesthetics, and you don't see it anymore. Coach, need help fixing blood point, do some box squats. Get tight on the box squat, it'll help. No. I've never watched any of his live streams. Okay. All right, guys. This is a little slow today then, so it'll be one of those days I'm not going to sit in here if it's going to be slower. So I'm going to go ahead and wind it down. I got some other stuff I need to get done. No, Dorian was not huge in person. He wasn't that big. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.